This isn't the video I wanted to make today. Good morning from Stansted Airport, and today I'm off on a day trip to Trieste in Italy. Running about 25 minutes late. There's a problem up on the flight deck. The first officer has been taken ill. It could happen to anybody. This is the first time in over 50 years of flying that I've actually faced this situation. Not quite sure just when the aircraft will depart, but I'm hoping it won't be too long. They should have a spare crew and should find another first officer who can run this service down to Trieste. But until that information comes through, we're going to be stuck here for probably quite a while. I hope not. I've got things planned for today. Let's just see what happens. Another message has come through from the flight deck that they're going to try and find a replacement pilot within the hour. This is an airport. Should be plenty of them. So why can't they just move one from another crew? I think I'm not going to Trieste today. This is really bad. I so hope I'm wrong, and I so hope that we get another pilot soon. Oh dear. You read about situations like this in the newspapers. You never think it would happen to you, but this is now the reality. So let's just see what happens over the next hour.
We want to know if there's any one of you on this flight that wants to offload himself and change the flight. Please let us know now if any of you wants to offload himself from this flight. Thank you.
Well, the time is now 8:35. Indications are that the plane will depart around 9:25. But Ryanair app is saying 9 o'clock. Pilots have said another 40 minutes for another pilot to, or the captain I should say, has said another 40 minutes for the replacement first officer to arrive. Once he's on board, we're all ready to go. Some passengers have already disembarked. They've decided not to fly to Trieste, but I'm staying put because I have an agenda tomorrow and a bus from Trieste to Ljubljana, so I need to get to Trieste tonight. So I do have some time to play with. Obviously my schedule today has gone out the window, but I'm going to try and salvage what I can from my day trip to Trieste and just see how this situation develops. Hopefully we will be out of here at 9:25. Fingers crossed. Well, it's 9 o'clock and there's still no word from the flight deck as to when the flight is going to depart. Ryanair website is still showing 9:25 as the scheduled departure time. So just waiting now for the captain to come on the radio and inform us that that's going to happen, or deliver some more bad news. Quite a few passengers have disembarked. I guess they've given up waiting. Perhaps their schedule is now no longer possible, and mine schedule has now fallen apart completely for today. I had plans for my day in Trieste, but that's not going to happen now. So it's a question of what time I actually do arrive. Because once I arrive in the airport, I have to take a train into Trieste itself, because the airport's about 40 minutes or so away from the city centre. I've been watching the flight on the right of the aircraft this morning. That flight was going to Dublin, and that's now departed. So that one left a few minutes late as well. So it's not going well for Ryanair. It's not going well for this aircraft to Trieste. Good news! They found a first officer. We're going to Trieste. Oh, what a morning! What a morning! Hour and a half just sitting here. Nearly as long as the flight. But they have found a new first officer. So he's up on the flight deck now doing the briefings and the paperwork and all the legalities before he can actually legally fly the aircraft. So we should be airborne, hopefully, just after 9:30. Well, it's just gone 9:30 in the morning, and we're finally on our way to Trieste. 2 hours late. Better late than never. At least we're in the air and heading south towards Trieste. Ryanair staff were brilliant. They did keep us informed of what was going on, and the passengers are good as well. Nobody vented their frustration at the staff, and that's nice to see. Sometimes in delays you see on social media that some of the passengers have kicked off and created a scene. That didn't happen in this case, so which is really nice. So we should be on the ground in about an hour and a quarter, an hour and 20 minutes. I'll try and salvage what I can from today's day trip. Obviously the things I had planned for today won't happen now, but I'll try and do something in Trieste on my day trip. I feel that something else is not going to go right. I hope I'm wrong. So I'm going to film my travels all the way through today and just see what does happen. I had plans for today to visit some of the sites that I had visited 4.5 years ago on my first visit to Trieste. So I'm going to see if some of those sites are, well, they're still there obviously, but let's go and see what's changed in the last 4.5 years and try and find a Roman arch, something I missed on my last visit. So I'm going to enjoy my flight with Ryanair. It hasn't been the best start, but Ryanair has never let me down. We've had a few delays in the past on other flights, but these things do happen, so Ryanair will get me there, and I'm really pleased about that, so well done to Ryanair. just gone 1 o'clock. About 30 minutes to get through immigration. Wasn't too bad. Could have been worse. Today could have been worse, but yeah, well done Ryanair. They've got me to Trieste. Absolutely brilliant. There's a bit of rain in the air as well. That's not good, that's not good. But walk down here and catch the train into Trieste itself. The airport's about 15 miles or so outside of Trieste. It's not too bad. Took the train last time I was here 4.5 years ago. And the weather was in glorious sunshine. As long as it doesn't rain, I don't mind. It's very difficult to film in the rain. So just head down here and catch a train. Oh dear, see if I can salvage something from today. Let's see what happens. In Trieste, absolutely brilliant. Only thing is, I'm 2 hours later than expected. And there we go, 30 minutes on the train. That wasn't too bad, I suppose. Didn't have to wait too long. I'm out into the square here, and the statue of the Empress Elisabeth of Austria. You can see behind me. It's under renovation, which is probably fitting, I suppose, because she met a nasty little end at the end of her life. She was Elisabeth of Wittelsbach, commonly known as Sissy, Empress of Austria from 1854 to 1898. That was the year she was tragically killed in Geneva by a man called Louis Lucchini, and an Italian anarchist. And Louise was arrested and sentenced to life imprisonment, but committed suicide on the 19th of October 1910. So hopefully next time I come back to Trieste, Sissy will be looking her best and all renovated. But let's head on into the city centre and see what we can discover. Try and find a spot of lunch, find my hotel for tonight, and see if we can find that Roman arch, try and salvage something from today. This is the Piazza Vittorio Veneto, and in the middle here is a fantastic fountain. It was installed in 1897 by the sculptor Franz Schranz. It's a Greek mythical statue and fountain. It's the fountain of the Tritons, and in Greek mythology a Triton is a merman, son of Poseidon and Amphitheatre, often depicted as half man and half fish, and depicted with a conch shell as well. And there's a massive conch shell on top of the Tritons. Absolutely lovely. Yeah, it's a sign on the engraving, 1899. I can just make that out, 1899. Franz Schranz. Absolutely lovely. Classical mythology statue. I haven't come across Tritons before. Well, not that I'm aware of. Usually it's Poseidon that's the one that's everybody has a fountain of. Come across a few of him, a few depictions of Poseidon. But it's nice to see that. It really is nice. That's there's lots of statues in Italy. They're all fun to look at. Especially got a fountain as well. Yeah, it's nice. But let's head up to the Grand Canal and then try and find that Roman arch. I'm back at the Grand Canal. I visited here last time I was here, and I bumped into this chap as well. Statue of James Joyce, the Irish poet. Lived in Trieste for a number of years, around 1915, 1920. Wrote the Dubliners, Ulysses, Finnegan's Wake, and many other memorable works. The bridge I'm standing on, there's the Red Bridge. And it dates from 1832, first built. The Grand Canal here is absolutely lovely, it really is. This is just beautiful. Built by Matteo Pirona in around 1754, 1756. Absolutely lovely. This is why I love Trieste. It's just so nice. It's just so nice here. And there's a little cafe there, a little floating cafe. I had breakfast there 4.5 years ago. Very nice it was as well. Great location. There's hardly anyone around then because it was during the pandemic. But today it's buzzing here. There's loads of people around. But let's just keep walking a bit further, because when I was here last time there was a shopping centre. Not unusual to find them in cities, but this one had a couple of old cars in it. So I'm going to walk back there and have a look and see if the cars are there or not. Or maybe they've changed them for 2 different cars. So let's go and take a look in the shopping centre. Well, this is the shopping centre. As I walk through the doors, it seems that the cars have gone. Must have been some temporary exhibition they had here. It's just in the window here stood that beautiful Model A Ford. One of my favourite cars of that period. Absolutely beautiful, Grand Tourer. There was another one just down here, but that's gone as well. It was our old Fiat. Never did find out what it was, but yeah, that's gone as well. But there's some little like exhibition of old photographs of Trieste. One of them of the Grand Canal as well. That's nice to see that. I do like seeing old photographs of places I visit, just to see how they've changed. It's really interesting. Obviously beautiful looking at these old pictures. Oh dear, at least my journey here wasn't wasted. Got to see an exhibition of old photos, but oh, never mind. Let's head on round to the Amphitheatre. I'm pretty sure that's still there. I enjoyed looking at those old photographs. So many places I still recognise in Trieste from my first visit here. It was nice. That was nice. I did like that. And here's the The old amphitheatre. It's still here. It's been here since the 1st century. Early Augustinian era. Refurbished at the beginning of the 2nd century on the initiative of Quintus Peronius Modestus, the governor of Trieste, which was Roman Trieste. Got seating for around about 3,500 people. It's closed, of course. You can't go in. There's a bonus. I found somewhere that's closed. There we go. It's nice looking at it. It really is. It's in a slightly better preservation. I think they've tidied it up a little bit since I was last here. Redone the seating area. Grass is tidier. There's still some building material over the other end, so I guess they're still working on it. It's still a project that they're working on, but that's all right. But yeah, it's nice. It really is nice looking at this. I do like my Roman ruins. But I had a good look around Trieste a few years ago, and there's a whole series on my channel. It was the 2nd travel series I actually made. Spent about 4 days here, 5 days I think. Then had to go out to England. Spent the rest of my summer holiday in quarantine for 2 weeks. I just love pandemics. But just down here is a Roman arch, and I didn't know about it on my last visit. So let's go and try and find it. Past this church. Last time I was here, I actually went in. Really rather nice inside. But round behind the church is this old Roman archway. It's tucked down little back street. I wish I'd explored the back streets. But if I remember rightly, I think that was the day I got caught in the rain. So I went to the museum instead. I'll have to watch my videos again just to remind me. But somewhere just up this back street is the Roman arch. I didn't know about it last time, but I'm hoping it's up here. Let's have a look and see. Yeah, here we go. There it is. Oh, wow. That looks absolutely wonderful. That's so exciting to look at. It dates from the 33 BC. Oh, wow. It's worth coming here just to see this. I do like my Roman ruins. And this one, even though there's not much here, it's rather nice to look at. Must have been quite something in its day. Part of the old wall of Trieste, Roman Trieste. Just walk through this arch. Oh, just over 2,000 years people have been walking through this arch. Absolutely brilliant. Oh dear, yeah, that's nice. It's still in pretty good condition. It really is. White stone. History hasn't been kind to it, but it's still here. Little recess here in between the entrances and the exits, or between the two bits of arch. You look up. Maybe there might have been some sort of portcullis here. Definitely wide enough to house one. That's lovely, that really is. Yeah. I'd come here just to see this. But let's see what else we can find here in Trieste. It's starting to rain. That's not good. That's not good. I don't like the rain. Fortunately, those few spots of rain were just a few spots of rain, and it's been lovely and dry. Weather's quite nice now. It's about 20 degrees. It's cloudy, but it's very pleasant walking along the pier here. And behind is a massive cruise ship. Absolutely wonderful to see that. I thought I could afford to go on a cruise ship like that. Flying Ryanair's my limit. I do everything on a strict budget. I like Ryanair. But it's lovely here. This is the Molo Audace. The old pier here that is a nice focal point in Trieste. Now in 1740 the ship San Carlo sank in Trieste harbour, quite close to the shore. And instead of removing the wreck, they decided to use it as a basis for the construction of a new pier, which was built between 1743 and 1751 and was named after the San Carlo. It's the Molo San Carlo, the pier San Carlo. But on the 3rd of November 1918, at the end of the First World War, the first ship of the Italian Navy docked at the pier. That ship was the destroyer Audace. And the pier was named in 1922, renamed in 1922 after that ship. The Pier Audace, or the Molo Audace, as it's known here. But it's nice. Last time I came here, there was a tall ship moored in the harbour. I think it was called the Monte Cristo. Absolutely beautiful. There are other ships moored alongside the Audace here as well. But that cruise ship, just looking at it, really is massive. It dwarfs all the buildings and in the main square, and they're pretty big. Oh dear. This isn't the video I wanted to make today. Ryanair rather changed my plans. I did want to get up to the San Giusto Hill, the old castle, and take a look at the cathedral. One or two other things up there that I missed on my previous trip. But things have worked out okay, and I ended up making a transport video rather than a travel video. But that's life. Things don't always go according to plan. But it's just nice to be back here in Trieste, regardless of the weather. Of all the towns and cities I've visited in Italy so far, I like Trieste. It's nice. It ticks all the boxes for me. Lots of history and lots of water, because the sea behind me is the Adriatic. So there we go. I'm going to end this video here. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow my travels. If I do travel, of course, subject to delays. But that's life, and that's the pitfalls of travelling on public transport and flight delays. Thanks for watching.